Hey everybody, welcome to 3MGTV. Today we're going to do a question of the day, which will probably not be daily. It may be weekly or monthly or whenever I don't have very many videos recorded. Alright, so does knowing some music theory stifle someone's creativity? The short answer, I think, is no. A lot of times people say this, and the music that they want to play tends to be very simple. So the theory that is involved in it, and so the music math, all of those kind of decisions can be pretty easily explained. So it becomes a bit of a moot point when they ask or they say, well, I don't know any music theory because I want to not have my creativity stifled. It's like, well, you're not being terribly creative in the broader realm of music anyway a lot of the time. So it kind of comes from a place of misunderstanding. They're afraid that if they learn all these nuts and bolts and all this theory, that then they won't be able to go and do what it is they like to do, which may be noodle on blues songs. But the reality is that you'll be able to noodle on more blues songs, because where the stuff kind of has a bit of a rub is when you have someone that doesn't want to know any theory because they think it'll make them worse in some sort of way, but they tend to get in situations where they struggle, and then that's where, you know, somebody like myself might hear them say this. But it's better to know what's going on, so that, say, someone brings you a new song that may also be no more complicated than the ones you already work on. They can communicate to you better how to play that or how to participate in that musical experience, and that's important. Another way that I think this idea kind of misses the point is that just because you know what notes go in the major scale and you can improvise and not be wrong in all kinds of vanilla sort of ways, say, doesn't mean that you can't just noodle on something if you want to. Also, if you go on even farther and you learn all your modes and all your scales and all the ways that these things work together, then now your creative toolbox grows. So you can say, I'm going to have these chords and know what they're going to sound like ahead of time, and that they go together, and you can use that as a thing to start a composition or whatever you want. One more example of how some theory knowledge can help with your creativity is in implied harmony. So let's say you come up with a song that you want to sing, and you sing whatever melody that comes to mind. If you have some theory knowledge, then you can take that melody and figure out what the chords are supposed to be based on the key that you're in, and you can save yourself a lot of guessing. So you didn't in any way hurt the creative process. In fact, you helped to speed up the workflow of it by being able to figure out what your chords were going to need to be in nearly real time with whatever you freestyle, say. The last thing is that with all of this stuff, the idea is to have fun and to entertain people, and also to try new things. You don't want to just fall into a rut of playing the same old stuff. If you do, that's fine too, but a lot of times I feel like people shy away from theory knowledge because they're afraid that it's going to affect or get in the way of stuff that they already do, and that's just absolutely not the case. If anything, it's likely to help. Yes, it can be complicated. Yes, sometimes people can have a sort of I'm better than you because mentality about it, and they're wrong. Watch some of my videos, learn some of these things, try to put them together, and take what you need and use what you need. I don't use all of it myself. I don't play much jazz. I like country music and pop music and things like that. And when people come to record with me, it tends to be country music. So I take all that basic, major theory knowledge a lot of the time, and then I apply it to people's songs. And it makes it a lot easier. I would have trouble charging people money if I had to sit there and just hope I guessed right for the entire session. Anyway, I hope that video was interesting. If you want me to do more of these, or if you have subjects for other videos like this, leave them in the comments or let me know on Facebook. I'll catch you next time.